Hello, future sharks, and welcome to our admissions overview webinar. My name is Angelica Zadak, and I represent the College of Computing and Engineering at Nova Southeastern University. We're also called the CCE for short, and the Graduate Admissions Department. As a heads up, everyone will be muted during this presentation for the best sound quality. We also have a Q&A at the end of this presentation, so stick around. Today, I'm going to be talking about some brief facts about NSU, highlights about the CCE, information on both our master's and doctoral programs, admission requirements, tuition and fees, along with helpful information about resources and information to get you started. So, I'd like to say, welcome to Nova Southeastern University. In just over 50 years, Nova Southeastern University was transformed into a dynamic, diverse, and cultured institution that has become a cornerstone of the South Florida community and a growing force nationwide. We were founded in December 1964, and we now offer more than 150 undergraduate, graduate, and professional programs. Now for some quick facts. We are regionally accredited by the Commission on Colleges of the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools, and also recognized as one of the largest not-for-profit independent universities in the U.S. U.S. News and World Report ranked Nova Southeastern University, or NSU, within their list of top 200 best colleges. NSU ranked at top 5 in the US for the largest number of minority graduate degree recipients, and we have roughly 27,000 students and more than 176,000 alumni from 116 different countries and growing. The College of Computing and Engineering offers degree programs that prepare students for many of the careers listed in the US News and World Report's 100 Best Technology Jobs in America, and by DICE and Robert Half Technology, which are two of the leading technology placement firms. So let's talk about some of the CCE highlights. I'm going to dive deeper and give you a closer look at some academic highlights about NSU's College of Computing and Engineering and why you should seriously consider the CCE. CCE is labeled a National Center of Academic Excellence in Information Assurance and Cyber Defense by the Department of Homeland Security, or DHS, and the National Security Agency, or NSA. What this designation means is that our curriculum in information security meets and or exceeds the requirements and standards that is expected of a leader in cybersecurity research and education. NSA and DHS also recognizes our curriculum as a key factor in helping the nation's security solutions keep up with the evolving technology and to increase the number of professionals that are needed to defend America's cyberspace. In fact, NSU was the first four-year institution to hold this designation in Florida since 2005. And our graduates are definitely hard at work. From the classroom to becoming leaders in technology, a lot of our accomplished alumni are dominating in their careers at many recognizable organizations that includes the ones you see here, as well as well-known organizations such as Boeing, IBM, Merrill Lynch, and various US government agencies like the FBI. Knowing that it's especially important for our students to find their edge in today's IT industry, CCE ensures that our students are getting high quality education, have the resources to build professional relationships while earning their degrees, and as alumni, have an opportunity to grow their business or advance their career by being able to network with some of the 4,500 other alums who are also leading in their professions. The CCE offers innovative courses in data science, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, mobile learning, and mobile app development for iOS and Android. just to name a few. One thing that our faculty and administration is very good at is continuously innovating the courses offered for our students. Because technology is constantly evolving, it is important to offer special topic courses that prepare our students to thrive and succeed in the industry's most sought-after fields. All of our courses are taught by experienced faculty members that hold terminal degrees from regionally accredited institutions across the world. So why choose a tech career? I'd like to share some information which will demonstrate the strength for the IT industry and how these jobs are not only very much in demand, but have great competitive salaries. According to dice.com, skills in big data, cloud, and process management are in high demand and are currently driving compensation upward. Being aware of current trends like these, CCE takes pride in making sure students are offered the necessary technical knowledge and skills to be competitive and well equipped for what's currently out there in the real world. And according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, projected job growth for the tech professionals is projected to grow 13% through 2026, faster than the average for all occupations. This means that the job market for tech professionals remains strong heading past 2020. Employers are still realizing the necessity not only to fill the growing demand for tech professionals in the industry, but also to reward and incentivize tech talent by offering better bonuses and the salaries these professionals demand. So, if you're contemplating whether or not to earn a degree in technology, this is definitely the time to do it. According to the Robert Half Technology Salary Guide, these are 7 out of the 10 technology jobs to watch out for because they are in high demand and earn good salaries. Keep in mind that the salaries reflected here are in the 50th percentile or midpoint of starting salaries. Just to give you an example of how our programs can connect to these career paths, someone who earns a degree from our MS in computer science or information and cybersecurity program could potentially be a future software engineer. Aside from these careers listed, there are many more opportunities as a future CCE graduate. We also have a great career development office that helps all NSU students with career planning, job and networking resources, and much more. The more companies look to digitize and automate business processes, the greater their need for tech professionals. Tech companies who stay up to date, tech employees who stay up to date with the knowledge of the latest developments in cloud, mobile, big data, security, and other technologies will only become more valuable to businesses in the years ahead. Another thing to consider is that students are realizing they need to advance their skill set so they can elevate their marketability as professionals. In fact, many employers may increase salaries 5 to 10% for professionals who have those certain in-demand skills. Again, this is where the CCE comes in because we offer degree programs that aim to provide these in-demand skill sets. And here are some of the degree programs we offer. We currently have 7 Masters of Science degree programs consisting of 10 courses, 30 credits each. We have computer science, cybersecurity management, data analytics, information assurance and cybersecurity, information systems, information technology, and technology and organizational leadership. Courses are available online, on campus, or as a combination of both. And please keep in mind, some programs offer mostly online courses and may not be suited for students who require a mostly or all on-campus course load. If that is your requirement, please contact us and we'll be happy to discuss these programs in more detail. On average, a master program takes between 12 to 24 months to complete, depending on the amount of coursework you plan to take on during the semester and if you plan on being a full-time or part-time student. You can take up to 4 courses per semester, and the maximum amount of years you have to complete your master program is 5 years. We have 3 doctoral programs at the CCE. We have computer science, cybersecurity management, and information systems. Our doctoral programs are offered in a unique format. The core courses are a blend of on-campus and online activities. On-campus meetings are held face-to-face on the Fort Lauderdale-Davie campus once per term from Wednesday to Friday. Students are required to attend all of their scheduled class sessions. And between these sessions, students work on course assignments and research and participate in online activities involving interaction with faculty and with other students. After your core courses are complete, you will take at least 2 research courses and at least 24 credits of dissertation. Also note, our doctoral programs are not suited for international students who need an I-20 to study in the US, as the primary delivery of these programs is online. There are only 2 on-campus sessions per year for these programs. Students can take a maximum of 2 core courses per semester, which is full-time, and so a student would be able to complete their core courses over 4 semesters if they decide to go down this path. After that, the 2 research courses would be taken consecutively, which would be 2 additional semesters followed by 1 year minimum dissertation. Most students do go on and register for a continuing dissertation anywhere between a year and a year and a half. And again, depending on the student, their research interests, and other factors. So overall, the minimum amount of credits is 64 or 67. However, it can extend beyond that. On average, it takes between 4 to 7 years to complete the doctoral programs, again, depending on the pace of your coursework and time spent during the research and dissertation portion of the program. And the maximum amount of years to complete the doctoral program would be 10 years. So let's talk about our admission requirements. For our master's, you are required to have a bachelor degree with at least a 2.5 GPA. You need to submit an online application with a $50 application fee, all of your official transcripts, a resume, and some program-specific admission requirements, which we'll talk about later. Then for the doctoral, you will need a master's degree with at least a 3.25 GPA, the online application, all of your official transcripts, a resume or CV, 3 letters of recommendation, an essay, and again, those program-specific admissions requirements. So aside from the general requirements for our graduate programs, the program-specific requirements highlight the kind of requirements that are specific to the degree program of your interest. It's background knowledge that the admissions committee looks at for a potential candidate. Specifically for our master's program, if an applicant does not necessarily have the adequate background that is needed for a particular degree program, they may be required to take 1 or more prerequisite courses during the first semesters of the program. And this is determined during the admissions review process by the committee. For international students, in addition to these requirements listed, you will need a foreign transcript evaluation if your degree was completed outside of the US, and an English proficiency test if English is not your native language. I like to emphasize again that our doctoral programs are not suited for international students who need an I-20 to study in the US, as they are offered in a format that is mostly online. Again, there will only be 2 on-campus sessions per year. And let's talk about our admissions process. You would start out by applying online, and the online application would take about 24 hours to 48 hours to be processed. Make sure to submit required documents by the preferred deadline, which we'll talk about a little later. Then the committee will review your application for a master's 1 to 2 weeks, and then the PhD takes about a month. Then you would receive your decision letter, and if you get admitted, you talk to our amazing advising staff and get registered for your classes. So let's talk about those dates and deadlines. Semesters are available in the winter for 17 weeks, summer for 12 weeks, and for fall, 16 weeks. And the preferred deadline for MS is at least 1 month prior to the term starting, and PhD at least 2 months prior. The start terms for doctoral programs are only available in the fall and winter term, and admission decisions are made on a rolling basis, meaning you can apply whenever you'd like, but you can only start on the next upcoming semester. To ensure a decision in time for the desired semester, you should have all your required documents ready for review before the preferred deadline. If an application is not completed in time or a decision cannot be made in time for the desired semester, it would be considered for the next available semester, and your application would be good for a year. And our tuition rates for your master's program, it would be $870 per credit hour, and each class averages at 3 credits. So for a 2-course semester, your total would be $5,774. And for the doctoral, each credit hour is 1,221, with the average being about 4 credits per class. So if you were taking 2 courses for the semester, you would reach a total of about 10,298. Now for the best part, the scholarships. The CCE currently has these 8 institutional scholarships available. In addition, NSU has a main scholarship database with a ton of information on grants and external scholarship opportunities. Please keep in mind that each scholarship has its own specific requirements and benefits. I'll be showing you where to look for these scholarships on the website after the presentation, so definitely stick around. Since scholarships are financial assistance that you don't have to pay back, it's definitely worth checking out all the scholarships and see which apply to you. As a graduate student, you may be eligible to apply for financial aid in the form of federal unsubsidized loans through FAFSA. Our code for FAFSA is 001509. Unsubsidized means that you are responsible for the interest of these loans, meaning that if you choose not to pay the interest while you are in school and during grace periods, your interest would accumulate and it would be added to the principal amount of your loan. Currently, it's at a fixed interest rate of 6.08, and students are able to get up to $10,250 per semester. Please remember, only borrow what is needed. And you must be fully admitted to have these apply to you. We do not accept we do accept copies of transcripts for review purposes, but note that if you're admitted, it would be on a provisional status, meaning you are able to register only for the term and you would not be able to receive financial aid. Once you submit those official transcripts, then you would be fully admitted and can receive this financial aid. All right, so now I'm going to take you through the website so that you can see where to locate different resources, including that financial aid that I talked about earlier. This is the main website for the CCE. You can get here by typing in computing.nova.edu. And we have a bunch of great resources to keep you up to date. I like to use the navigation bar right at the top right to locate all the information you need on admissions. So here you can see the MS requirements. So you get updated information about term dates and deadlines, which I particularly love. And you can see the admission requirements, program-specific admission requirements, and those international admission requirements, which has great resources if you're looking into them. And the link to the International Student Office for you to go later. We also have a page of all of our admissions events. So you can sign up for webinars here and look at future webinars, or even go back to webinars that have happened before through our YouTube page. Our YouTube channel has all of the latest webinars that we've hosted and some useful information for getting admitted into the college or the application process. We also have information on today's hottest jobs, frequently asked questions if you don't know where to start, and the international student page. You can also contact us directly here. And if you are looking for tuition costs, you can go to this page over here, which has on the left-hand side scholarships that we have internally. And I would like to finally thank you all for coming to this webinar and joining me. I hope that you have a smooth and easy application process, and I'm excited to speak with you guys further in the future as you get going.
Thank you, Angelica.
Now, thank you.
My name is Nancy Azule. I'm the Director of Admissions here at the College of Computing and Engineering. And I'm here to answer any questions that you guys have from today's presentation, anything that you want kind of reiterated. So this is a good time for you to enter in the chat box or in the Q&A section. Let us know your questions and I'll be happy to answer them for you. It's a great opportunity. You have our undivided attention. And should you think of a question later on after this presentation's over, definitely contact us and we can schedule a one-on-one session with you and speak to you specifically about your graduate program needs. So we have a few questions here. And one question was, due to the COVID-19, can I still attend the university physically? I am an international student. Yes, the university has opened up for students to attend physically. You can, the COVID-19 options now are, if you are an international student, you can come on campus. You could also do it online and alternate between. So there are options for students right now during this semester. I don't know what the winter term that's coming up, if things will change. The state of Florida has opened up to phase 3, so things may change come this January. So to stay up to date, if you go to our NSU's website, there is a COVID link at the very top that will give you all the most up-to-date information for the university, and that is what we are following as a college. So I have another question about eligibility requirements for a PhD in computer science. And someone gave me a little bit of their background. So in order to be the question is, do you think I am eligible to apply? So there's no thinking about it. It's either you do or you don't have the admissions requirements that Angelica presented earlier today. The requirements to have a master's degree from a regional institution with 3.25 GPA. There are a bunch of admissions requirements like the essays, the letters of recommendation, all the official transcripts. So those are the things that are required. There are program-specific admissions requirements for the PhD in computer science to have background in the field, academically, and experience. So we here as the graduate admissions team are not part of the committee review process. The committee, it consists of faculty members that are in the program that will review your application, and then they will determine if they feel that there's evidence for success in the program based on all the documents that you submit to our office. So we can't guarantee or tell you whether or not you'll be admitted into the program, but we will help and guide you to make sure that you do meet all the minimum admissions requirements that are outlined in this presentation and on our website as well, for you to reference. Again, since you asked very specifically about your situation, what we can do is set up a one-on-one session and go over that with you in more detail. So use the contact information here on the slide and let us know a few different dates and times that are good for you to speak, to set up a Zoom meeting or a Skype meeting, and we will be happy to go over it in more detail with you. There was another question about scholarships, if you can apply to all the scholarships. Yes, you could apply to as many scholarships that you are eligible for and that apply to you. Some of our scholarships are intended for a doctoral program only. So if you're applying to the master's program, then obviously the doctoral scholarship is not for you. So you have to go through each one individually to see if you meet the criteria. Most scholarships require you to be already admitted, or in some cases even enrolled in your first semester. So it is good to get a head start and start looking into them so that you know which ones you're eligible for and start applying and start the process as soon as possible. But just keep in mind, some of them do require you to be already admitted in the program, and even as far as one semester into the program. So just so that you know that. Can we discuss further the pay-as-you-go options that is offered by the Bursar's Office for students who plan to pay out of pocket? Yes, let me pull up for my reference because I don't have it off the top of my head, but the university's Bursar's Office does have payment plan options and deferment options. So let me real quickly pull that up for you if you bear with me for a second. So they have what's called NSU payment plans. There we go. There's also third-party billing, but in this case, you're asking about payment plans. So there's some eligibility requirements for payment plans. I'm going to copy this link and add it into the chat for everyone to reference who's interested. So I just posted the link in the chat window for your reference in terms of the university's payment plan options. So there are, I believe you have 3 payment plans where you have to put down 50% in the beginning and then another 25% a month later, and then the remaining 25% thereafter. There's a small deferment fee that goes along with it, like a setup fee. So but the details, there's a lot of details to go over, which that's why I shared the link with you to kind of for you to review. But those are the payment plans. If you have further questions about the payment plans that are offered by the university, then I would contact the bursar's office and ask them in more detail how that would work. And if you are unable to get that information, then just let us know and we will let us know your questions, in specific questions, and we will get them for you. Okay. Let's see. I recall being in an admissions seminar last year, and I'd like to ask about the specific details in the computer science master's. What is the result if I were to choose various subjects and not complete all from a single focus? So I'm not sure that I understand the question. However, I'm going to elaborate a little bit more on our master's program in computer science. So our master's program in computer science has 6 concentrations that you can take. The concentrations are in software engineering, artificial intelligence, computer systems, data science, information assurance and cybersecurity, and real world computing. And what will happen in the computer science program, there's a set of core courses that are required. Those are 5 courses that are required for anyone in the computer science curriculum. And then from there, you can select different concentrations, the ones I listed earlier. So some concentrations have 4 courses, some concentrations have 3 courses. And some, I think there's even one that has 5 courses. If you take the information assurance and cybersecurity concentration, you'll take 5 core, 5 concentration courses, and there's your master's degree in computer science with a concentration in information assurance and cybersecurity. You do have the option to take 2 concentrations. Whichever concentration you do choose, if you want a second concentration, you will be taking more than 10 credits. More than 10 courses, more than 30 credits to complete the second concentration. So you can also go the route of a no concentration option. So you would take the 5 core courses, and then you get to select any 5 courses that you want from the concentration areas. So if you don't want to really specialize in one specific concentration and you don't want a concentration on your transcript, then you can take, a random selection of 5 courses that interest you the most, and you can go that route as well. So let me know if I answered that question correctly, or if you have a follow-up question to that, and I'd be happy to continue answering that further for you. And then there's another question about getting a job on campus as an international student during COVID-19. So the International Student Office would be able to answer that question in more detail. They would be the ones that can help you with that in terms of even the job opportunities. So I will provide the international contact. Actually, I'll just get the website for you so that you can contact them directly about jobs, especially during the current climate. So the international contact link, I'm typing it into the chat right now. Okay, there you go. Oh, did it go through? Kind of didn't come out as a link. Let me try again. Here we go. There we go. There's the link for you to get more detailed answer on that one.